What's up, guys? Caesar Gaming here, and I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm going to start pushing them out fairly quickly. But this is a very old recording, um, but this recording is of a brawl that I played a long time ago, when brawls were tier 10, 5v5. Um, But I really liked the teamwork that went on in this game, and I thought it would be nice to maybe make a video to display how to
Ой,
um,
начинается.
properly execute a brawl game at this tier with teammates that are not in the division with you. Of course, that does all depend on whether those players want to communicate with you or not, which can always be a problem. But it's always good to try. Especially if you want more wins. Um, so I am playing the Petropavlovsk. I'm sure you're all aware of what that ship is. And my buddy's playing the Henry, and the rest, I believe, we have a DD and two BBs. But as you see, the other team has a division of four. So, in my opinion, they already have a huge advantage, especially if they're in a Discord call or actually talking to each other because they can communicate a lot better than we can. Um, but the key here is that we communicate, whether that be, it's going to have to be by typing in the chat. So, uh, Petro is a radar cruiser, so the appropriate thing to do is to always support your local DD, and if you can uh, provide cover for him by radaring and finding out where the other enemy DD is, that can always be helpful in either killing the enemy DD or protecting your team's DD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push in the B with our gearing, and our gearing is going to smoke up, and I've told him at this point radar is ready, and he will tell me to hit it, and I hit the radar, and fair enough, there is DD. Now, unfortunately, I have AP loaded, because I wasn't sure if I was going to encounter a broadside cruiser, but I did chunk him for 5k there, which is a pretty good hit. It's always important that you, even if you have AP loaded, it's still good to shoot at the enemy DD, no matter which. You don't want to switch shells. You want to take whatever shot you can, because those little chunks out of a DD's health can always help the team, and it can be a very big factor in a game. So the other DD is, I would say, taking some fair damage. So at this point, I'm getting HE spammed, and I got suppliers. But I'm in Petro, so it's not that big of a problem. But we were able to take out the DD, and that was very good teamwork. So, like I said, it's important that everybody communicates like we are now. And just because of the way we communicated, that's why that DD is dead. Whether that be my radar and the focus fire on that DD, everybody knew what we were going to shoot at, and everybody um, was able to execute that the right way. Um, so now we will probably get the B cap, and I believe we are going to get the B cap and probably fall back because there is a Thunderer that is firing HE at me and my buddy. So sitting here is not going to be the best thing for us to do. So we're probably going to get ready to get out of here. Because I remember when I was playing this game, we were like, yeah, everybody's ditching, so we should probably. Right now, I was checking my Hydro's action time because I had forgotten what it was. Because me and my division buddy were switching off Hydros. We were staying close to each other, so we were utilizing our Hydros. One person's runs out, the other person uses theirs. So his runs out, I use mine. Um, and I always letting everybody know that radar is ready yet again. So we are about to, as of course, it's very good that he is calling out that DD that possibly could try to come around this island. Because one thing that happens a lot in these sort of games, especially on this map, is that DD or a light cruiser will slip behind that island and pretty much just kill you, and you won't even see it coming. But of course, we already knew what their plan was. I radared, and sure enough, he was, oh, well, he was probably thinking about it, but he couldn't quite decide whether he wanted to come over or not. But it doesn't look like that's what he was trying to do, but it's always good to know where the DD is. I count that as a good use of radar. So now I'm in a kiting position, falling back. We have the caps lead. We have two caps, A and B. They only have one, so we're in a really good position right now. Now I'm firing thunder. And it seems to be I'm shooting at the target that I notice everybody is shooting at. Unfortunately, he started going forward, so he avoided my shots. Then I noticed there is a Des Moines that is charging the B-cap, so it's possible. It looks like he slowed down a bit, but everybody is starting to shoot at the Des Moines. As you can continue to see, the communication is very good in chat. I do notice that our Montana is getting a little bit focused. He's starting to get burned, so of course I tell him to get back. And then, of course, we're calling out targets. Des Moines the target. Everybody's shooting at that Des Moines, which gets him out of the game quick. Now, at this point, I was a little worried about our Montana because he was getting pretty focused. I do pop a heal. I get a fire on the Des Moines. So right now, everything looks to be pretty good. It looks like our Montana's starting to fall back, which is good, but he's still being focused. I'm still putting shells on that Des Moines. It also is very good. As you can see, our gearing is spotting them by taking that island over there and keeping thunder lit up. But it seems like there's some smoke that's going out over there, so we won't be able to see them. But our DD is doing a very good job of spotting our gearing. Our gearing's doing, he was probably one of the main reasons we did very well in this game. Good for him. But again, the Montana seems like he wants to go in. And what I was looking for here, as you'll see, is I'm telling the Montana to fall back a little bit, and I'm going to get there. So I can support him in pushing around that corner, because we are starting to bring them to a point. They are not able to really push the B cap because we've kind of got them lined up in a bit of a crossfire. I'm going to tell the Montana to hold its position, and then I am not detected currently. I think there is a DD that pops up that I shoot at. That's one of my other rules. Every time you see an enemy DD, you always shoot at it. Late game DDs are very valuable in games. You don't want the enemy team to have one, because late game DDs do win games. I'm sure everybody knows that. The problem is with a lot of these teams is nobody focuses the ships that need to be focused. And if you see it, if there is a DD that's detected, you always have to shoot at it. Doesn't matter what shell you have loaded. It doesn't matter if you have AP loaded, you always shoot at it. As that Des Moines is starting to get focused down. I think he might have taken the Citadel, but I'm not sure. But I would say he's dead. But the Montana has waited, and Des Moines is dead. He was focused down. And again, I'm now telling the Montana that I need a support pushing around this corner. Now, this was interesting because he was like, now you want to do it, and I'm like, yes, now. Clearly their Smolensk was not expecting me and the Montana to push around this corner, and I knew that I was going to catch the Smolensk with my radar, So imagine being that Smolensk player and seeing a radar cruiser and the Montana push around while you're sitting still in your smoke. Um, well, that's pretty much what happened here. I knew he was not expecting it, and I knew he was going to be caught off guard. So what do? I hit my radar, and I do what Petrol does best. Uh, so it's 220 millimeter shells, just swapping the living crap out of that Smolensk. So he's pretty much useless. I would say he's dead. Um, Fortunately, it looks like Montana shells over him, but I'm going to pick up the kill there. Then we got this DD. Everybody starts to focus the DD. Um, this is funny because I actually get the kill with my second raise, which is pretty funny. But that was a very well coordinated game. The amount of communication that went on was very good. Uh, we pretty much just beat a four-man division team in a brawl, and we only had a two-man division, and nobody here knew each other except for me and my guy. So the communication that went on was very good, and that's pretty much why we won this game. Um, the Thunder is literally running off the map, um, and we took the caps early. We dominated, in my opinion, every aspect of this game. Um, and just for shits and giggles, I'm just going towards the C cap. Of course, you can see the enemy team is the other division is a little bit upset with the way the Thunder play. It seems, but you know, not a lot of damage for me in this game. But I just thought I'd show it because it was a very good team effort, and that's really the way you want to play in brawls. And if you play that way, um, and if you have a team that communicates like we just did, you will win a good majority of your games. But it is difficult because a lot of times you'll ask like, "What's the plan, guys?" and nobody says anything. And usually, when that happens, everybody does their own thing, and you lose. Um, Everybody needs to be on the same page. So, yep, that's the video for today. I'll be coming out with more shortly. Hope you all enjoyed that. Wow, that's a lot of credits. Uh, Second place. But I did give comps to, I believe, the entire team because that was a very well played game. But always click like and subscribe for more. I do try my best, and thank you.